Have you ever wondered how a place can just seem evil, even without knowing its history? Picture a locale so ominous that just stepping foot there sends a shiver down your spine. Its air is suffused with a chill that doesn't belong to any season. Its silence is the kind that screams louder than the most deafening sound, and its darkness is so dense that it seems to swallow all light. You may not know its story yet, but you can feel its eerie aura. It's as if the very land beneath your feet is screaming out a warning, a cautionary tale of terror that is yet to be told. The unnerving energy of this place is palpable, wrapping around you like a shroud, seeping into your very bones. It's a place where the wind whispers secrets, where the shadows seem to move on their own accord, where the night seems darker and the day never quite feels like day. This isn't just a location. It's a character in its own right, a silent protagonist of many untold stories. Its walls have been silent witnesses to countless tales of horror and despair. Its grounds have absorbed the echoes of chilling screams and desperate pleas. Its air is heavy with the remnants of fear that have lingered for decades, maybe even centuries. You might feel an urge to run, to escape from this haunting place, but curiosity gets the better of you. An inexplicable force pulls you further into the heart of this ominous location, beckoning you to uncover its secrets, to delve into its past. Your heart pounds in your chest, a frantic drumbeat echoing your fear, but you press on, drawn by the irresistible allure of the unknown. This is the place where nightmares are born, where fear takes root and grows, where every corner hides a secret and every shadow harbors a mystery. But what if I told you that the real terror lies not in the place itself, but in its history? Peel back the layers of time, and you'll find a chilling tale waiting to be told. As we delve deeper into the shadows of history, we unearth a series of horrifying events, each one more terrifying than the last. The location, seemingly innocent and unassuming, has a past steeped in fear and trepidation. The walls, if they could speak, would scream tales of horror and dread. Imagine, if you will, a time long past, a time when the moon shone just a little less bright and the darkness seemed to hold a sinister secret. The air was heavy, and an eerie silence blanketed the area. This was not a place for the faint-hearted. It was a place where nightmares were born and thrived. The first incident occurred in the latter half of the 19th century. A family, new to the area, moved into the house, unaware of the impending doom. Unexplainable incidents began to occur. Things moved around on their own, voices whispered in the dead of night, and their lives were forever marked by fear. As the years rolled by, the house changed hands, but the terror remained. Each new occupant experienced their own share of horror. Shadows moved in the corners of their eyes, strange noises echoed in the stillness, and an inexplicable chill permeated the air. Even during the bright days, the house seemed shrouded in an eternal twilight. Visitors often spoke of a feeling of unease, of being watched by unseen eyes. The house, they said, had a life of its own, a dark, malevolent life that fed on the fear of its inhabitants. The most horrifying event transpired in the early 20th century. The house, then owned by a reclusive old man, became the scene of a gruesome tragedy. The details, too horrific to recount, sent shockwaves through the community, forever branding the house as a beacon of absolute terror. But the story doesn't end there. It gets worse, much worse. The past has a way of seeping into the present, especially when it's soaked in blood. As we delve deeper into the eerie legacy of this once bustling locale, it's clear that the echoes of its macabre history continue to resonate. The darkness, it seems, lingers. While time may have weathered the physical aspects of this place, the spectral remnants of its gruesome past have proven far more enduring. Reports of inexplicable happenings and otherworldly encounters are not uncommon. These are not mere tales spun by thrill-seekers or the overly imaginative. These stories come from the lips of those who have seen, heard, and felt things that defy conventional explanation. Consider the spectral sobs that echo through the moonlit corridors, chilling the bones of those brave or foolish enough to venture there after sunset. Or the inexplicable cold spots, places where the temperature plummets without reason or warning, making the hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. Then there are the apparitions. Ghostly figures flit in the corners of your vision, only to vanish when you turn to look directly at them. Faces peer from the darkness, their expressions locked in a silent scream that speaks volumes of the terror they must have experienced. And let's not forget the whispers. Oh, the whispers. Soft, insidious, they slither into your ear. Words from another time, another plane, carrying messages that are as unsettling as they are indecipherable. These are not isolated incidents. They are a recurring pattern, a macabre tapestry woven from countless threads of fear and mystery. Each encounter, each inexplicable happening, adds another layer to the enigma, another chapter to the ever-growing tome of terror this place has become. The darkness here is not merely a lack of light, it's a palpable entity, a lingering echo of the horrors that once unfolded within these walls. It's a chilling reminder that the past is never truly gone. It merely waits, patient and insidious, ready to bleed into the present at the slightest provocation. And yet the most terrifying part of this tale, it's not over yet. Brace yourself as we venture into the depths of the unspeakable horror that still haunts this place. Our journey takes us to a recent bone-chilling incident that has left a mark of terror on this location. It was a cold, moonlit night. The wind howled like a mournful ghost, whispering secrets to those who dared listen. A solitary figure, let's call him John, found himself in the heart of this eerie locale. He was an ordinary man, drawn to the extraordinary, the inexplicable, but nothing could have prepared him for the chilling events of that fateful night. As John tread cautiously through the area, a sudden piercing scream echoed in the distance. It was as if the very air around him was filled with dread. He froze, his heart pounding, his breath caught in his throat. The scream wasn't just a sound, it was a feeling, a palpable terror that clung to him like a second skin. He mustered the courage to investigate, his flashlight cutting a narrow path through the thick, oppressive darkness. He followed the echo of the scream, the cold seeping into his bones, his senses heightened by fear. What he found was a scene straight out of a nightmare. There, in the soft glow of his flashlight, was a sight that would haunt him for the rest of his life. But let's leave that to your imagination for now. The details, too terrifying to recount, still send shivers down the spines of those who dare to speak of them. The horror that night was real, tangible, a grotesque tableau that defied understanding. John, forever scarred by the incident, left the location, vowing never to return. But the terror of that night followed him, a constant reminder of the horrors that lurk in the shadows of our world. But as horrifying as that was, it was only a prelude to something far more sinister. Beware, for the shadows hold secrets that are best left undisturbed. Our journey through the twisted corridors of history and horror draws us to a startling revelation, one that adds a chilling layer of mystery to the location and its lore. The thick, oppressive darkness that lingers here, it isn't merely a remnant of past atrocities. Oh no, it's a harbinger, a silent, brooding sentinel waiting, watching for the right moment to unleash a terror far beyond our wildest nightmares. As we peer deeper into the abyss, we uncover a truth that sends a shiver down the spine. The darkness isn't just a metaphor for the unknown or the unseen. It's an entity, a living, breathing thing, feeding off the fear and despair that permeates these haunted halls. It has been biding its time, growing stronger with each passing moment, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. And strike it will. But not tonight. Not yet. The darkness has its own twisted sense of timing, its own macabre rhythm. It waits until the moment is ripe, until the fear is palpable, and then it feeds, gorging itself on the terror it so masterfully cultivates. But one question remains. What form will this terror take? Will it be a vengeful spirit, a malevolent entity seeking retribution for past wrongs? Or perhaps a monstrous creature, born of the darkness itself, a nightmarish beast that feeds on fear and despair? The chilling truth is, we don't know, we can't know, not until the darkness chooses to reveal itself. And when it does, it won't be on our terms. It won't be when we're ready. It will be when we least expect it, when we're most vulnerable. So, we wait. We wait for the darkness to make its move, to show us its true face. We wait and we wonder. What happens next? Well, that's a story for another night. Sleep tight, and remember, the darkness is always watching.